day, buy me one more day. That's all they're doing right now.
Right.
And with SEC and FINRA closing up some of these loopholes and closing up the way that the markets work, tightening up all of those things, I think they really see it. They're running out of room. They are lobbying heavily to make new laws and make new facilities, including this SFT. As I've gone through it again, I think the SFT facility is bad in its current state. I think they're just begging and dying for more time, more time, more time. But I think we as retail shareholders are closing in, and they are running out of runway. So the MOAS, the squeeze is going to come. And right now they're just in, hold and get me one more day mode.
Right. Right. I mean, it's the writing's on the wall, man, and you know that. The attitude in that statement is pure rhetoric. Please don't take any offense or patronizing from it. It's on the wall. It was on the wall in 08. It was on the wall back in the dot-com bubble. But you never had the salience from a collective like the apes. There was nobody looking for that in 08. There was nobody looking for that during the dot-com bubble era. It was all over the place. And yet...
Yeah, you had finite groups of people talking about it. It was not broad public knowledge as we're looking at it today.
Oh, you even got labeled as a conspiracy theorist if you were the one pointing it out. You were ridiculed. You were ostracized. You were propped up as a fool. And what do we see happening with people who are a part of this play? Michael Burry was turned into a laughingstock. He was chastised and criticized and made a joke out of by anybody that wasn't within that realm of thinking. And not that I or, I can't speak for anybody else. I'm not claiming myself to be at the Burry level, right? I've only done this shit for 6 fucking months, if that. I've figured a way to learn some shit kind of quick. I still have a lot to learn. But what I can tell you is that based off of what I've been able to put together so far, and the way that all these mechanics within the market structure interact with each other, and the implications of each of those things, where you're supposed to find balances between interest rates and bond yields, right? Where you're supposed to find a balance between short selling and long buying, where there should be a balance of whatever it is, your options chain, any form of derivatives. There's always an equilibrium somewhere, and it's when the equilibrium is forced to one side or the other that the other side then sees lots of yield in its direction. For example, a heavily shorted stock eventually is going to have people who buy. And when that happens, there's going to be huge movement from it in the upward direction because people start to cover. Inversely, everybody talks about a short squeeze. Nobody's ever talked about what's called a long squeeze. It happens every day, sometimes even every hour, where there's forced and rampant selling that happens where you squeeze the longs. If a short covering involves buying the stock, pushing the stock up, well, a long squeeze would force people to sell and push the stock down. Nobody talks about that. Nobody realizes that this happens all the time. And then the risk to reward is also at an equilibrium point. Whereas a long, okay, the most you can lose is the money you put into your long position. Whereas a short, yeah, it's a lot easier to push the stock down than it is to push it up, whether you're an institution or not. Stair steps up, elevators down. But as a short, you can lose more than just what you fucking put up as collateral. The loss potential is theoretically infinite. There's an equilibrium in all of this. And this one right here on my screen, and I'm sure on everybody else's screen that's either watching this or has the chart pulled up, all know that there is an equilibrium shift that is so artificiated and contrived that it only spells oh fuck for whoever's pushing it there. And with a collective group of people who realize that, right? We may not have the wit and the knowledge of Michael Burry, but we've got the conviction of him, and we have the winning lottery ticket like him in our hands. And everybody who's gonna shit themselves when this thing does what it's gonna do, not financial advice, by the way, when this thing goes up, oh, you're gonna see the equilibrium go back to where it should be. Oh, you're gonna find that happy medium real fucking soon. All of the money that was extracted from these stocks, it's not just GameStop and AMC, my friends. This is happening and has happened fucking everywhere. There are stocks that people either forgot about or never knew to begin with, who were either shorted into bankruptcy or had their own winning lottery ticket happen by having an informed group of investors who decided, hey, I actually like this stock. I like where they're headed. And because of that, you get this new era of financial literacy, but also financial awareness, financial salience. It's all of the money that was extracted from this illegally, potentially. I'm not alleging anything here, just so I cover my ass. All of the money that was extracted all of the money that was extracted from this, right? All of the vacation homes that were bought, the yachts that were bought, the sports cars and supercars and hypercars that were bought, the fucking 5-figure fucking strip club bills, the pounds of cocaine, whatever it is, that money is going to go back to where it came from. There will be a rebalance of the equilibrium within whatever financial security it is at one point or another, right? Only if they don't go bankrupt for this type of situation. Only if they don't go bankrupt. And holy shit, can you imagine what it would be like if you stole money, and if you stole enough of it and you got your story just right, nobody would look, nobody would realize it, you wouldn't be held accountable. But then holy shit, you got Chief from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest pointing it out. That type of character has found it. He realizes it. He knows exactly how to handle it. You think you can't see and talk, or can't hear, but oh boy, he's been listening. He's been listening, and he sees it, and he knows exactly how to get it out there. He knows the potential, and you can do everything you can to try to discredit him and make him look like an idiot. Put him and his anybody akin to his style of observation. You can try to poster him up on every financial news media outlet out there. Try to make him look like an idiot. Start paying reporters to write articles that discredit him personally. And not only that, but his theory. Discredit it. Come up with something. And then pay millions of dollars in marketing fees to push it across every venue possible. Whether that's YouTube, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Weeble comments, whatever it is. Go find call centers on Fiverr. Give them a script. Go find a group of people on Fiverr who are willing to write comments for 10 cents for everyone. And give them a list of things to say. Put it out there. And then on top of that, you make some swaps for it. You really double down. Not only are you going to make the company go bankrupt, oh, but yeah, we can really even leverage ourselves even more. We'll just make return swaps on these things. Yeah. Then we'll make some shell companies, some SPVs. Write off any losses there. We'll keep our long positions there and then write FTDs out of them. Who's going to notice? Who's going to notice? Oh, Reddit. And then you look at where we're at now, and you wonder why the writing on the wall is just increasing. And for some reason the room's becoming brighter, and there's someone trying to turn off the lights. Short interest is drying up, by the way. Fuck you!
Yeah, exactly. The ball has started rolling. I love your analogy that, somebody has turned on the lights. And that's probably the biggest thing that I see in this entire movement with the entire community, with all the DD that's going on, with the sharing that you guys are putting out. It is huge. It is big. It's drawing near, and people are not shutting up about it. And where before you were able to discredit one individual, to your analogy, you're talking about Michael Burry. Yeah, you can try to discredit that, but now there's millions of people talking about it.